Good evening, everybody. How are you all? I shall let that lovely energy build up. We'll get to do some hellos and welcome. So welcome to SPTV and welcome to Heavenly Sprinkles by Claire Pasterfield. I do hope you are well. So by all means, drop a hello down. Let me know who's in the house, as they say. Let me know who's in. Yes, and make sure to help SPTV grow, share, like and follow, because for us to grow as a community, it's always a little bit of help of sort of sharing it out. And I always say, if you recognise a name or somebody that's popped on before and you think, I recognise that name, say hello. That's how we all start building up our community. So I do hope you're all right. Where are we? We're on a Thursday. I forget what day of the week it is. So it's lovely to see you. I hope you've had a reasonable week. If those are had a hard week, let's have some fun and let's bring some lots of positivity and energy. So I will obviously introduce myself. We'll do some hellos. You will, if you're new to here, pop down and say good evening and hello. I'm new. Let us know that you're new to our spiritual family. If you are new or you haven't been on for ages, you will hear me referring to Richard. Now, I joke he's my digital spirit guide, but he is our lovely producer. So if you hear me kind of laughing and you're thinking, what is she laughing about? Or I go quiet for 2 seconds, which is a rarity really, then it will be Richard will be twittling in my ear, as he has already started. So you'll sort of see a bit of banter as well there. So if you ever hear me talking to Richard, I do joke he's my digital spirit guide. He's the producer, he's the boss. So we'll do some hellos and then we'll go into what our show's about. So it's evening. Where am I? Good evening, Vicky Palmer. Lovely to see you. I hope you are well. Hello, Millie B. Lovely to see you. I know you said hello to Richard, and Richard says hello back. Hi, Benny. Loving the handshakes. Hope you are well. Hello, Cheryl, all the way from Portsmouth. Lovely to see you. I hope it's not too chilly down there next to the sea. And whilst Richard's doing some names up here, if you find you're on Facebook and it gets wibbly wobbly, as I call it, you can hop over to YouTube, and it's the same for YouTube. If you find it's wibbly wobbly, come over to Facebook, because we are broadcasting both on Facebook and YouTube. Hello, Natasha. Good afternoon. So I'm guessing you're not local. So good afternoon. And she said good afternoon to everybody. Good evening, Alice. I hope you are well. Hi, Kerry. I am well, thank you very much. It's first week back from half term, so I'm still here. So I'm well, thank you. I hope you are well. Hello, Lacey. Loving the hearts and butterflies. Transformation. It's been my new thing recently. Hi, Naomi. Yes, you may do. We will talk about how you can ask for a reading very, very shortly. So we will cover that as well, especially if you're new. Ah, Christopher, you're new and we're a we, so I'm going to go that there's somebody else watching it, unless it's the royal we. So hello, welcome to SBTV, welcome to me. I promise you will come back smiling. Stacey's laughing. I still laugh every time you explain who Richard is. Still feels silly thinking he was your actual spirit guide. Honestly, Stacey, don't worry about it. I'm not going to give Richard too much of a big egg, because I miss him now. When I'm not on other places, I miss my Richard. I'm like, where's my Richard? So yes, he's a digital spirit guide. He's a digital spirit guide for everybody. Hi, Kerry. Lovely to see you. I know you're saying hello to everybody, so hopefully everybody will come back and say hello to you. Ah, Natasha in Rhode Island, USA. Yes, you're definitely not local then. Yeah, just round the corner, as Richard said, just pop round the corner. Hi, Jessica, lovely to see you. Hello, Melanie from Devon. Oh, I do like Devon. I do like that way. That then leads into the question, if you ever have scones, is it, yes, Richard's just gone, is it cream and Devon custard? Is it jam and cream and the whole Cornish and Devon afternoon tea? Sheena, you are new. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Samsy. Hello, lovely to see you. Hello to everybody as well. Hi, Babs. Lovely to see you, and thank you for joining us this evening. I'll do one more hello, and then we're moving. Hi, is lovely to see you all. So some of you will be new to me, some of you may be new just to this show this evening. I will explain who I am. I'm not just this very strange woman on here. I'll explain who I am, how I work, how SPTV works, and then we will go into doing our evening of mediumship. So I am a spiritual medium. I work directly. That just simply means that I go to individuals and say, is it okay for me to work with you? Sometimes we have conversations, we have to bring somebody in. We just work directly. Now, I work that way. Other mediums work differently. It's just how we all work. I'm very natural with my mediumship as well. And what I mean by that is, what you see is what you get with me, and I will ask your past loved ones to give me really obscure stuff that you can take away and go, oh my gosh, that was mum, dad, nan, granddad, or whatever. What we do at the beginning of the show, with my show anyway, it started and it just seems to naturally fit in, is I just cover a little poem that Spirit has guided me. They generally go and say, right, they give me an idea and then off I go and I go and find a poem and they go, stop, that's the one they want to share. The reason being is I know I'm not the most eloquent at wording and I do love a poem. So we will do our poem. Then we'll move into our evening of mediumship, where we'll then start making some communications with your past loved ones. And if you have just come on recently, remember, please like, share SPTV and make sure you click on the button for notifications so you get to see me and other lovely mediums that are on throughout the week. So we'll start our poem. Now this poem is also because today I was telling Richard, before he has to put up with me before the show, that I did a workshop today on tarot readings because I want to learn and do something different and just expand our skills. So this poem is called Don't Quit. It is by a guy called John Greenleaf Whittier, and it was written in 1807 to 1892. So it's on my phone so I can see it. And like I said, it's called Don't Quit. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you are treading seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, when you want to smile, you just have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns. And many a failure comes about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up though, and when the pace seems slow, you may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of clouds of doubt. And you never can tell just how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem worse that you must not quit. For all the sad words of tongue or pen, the saddest of these, it might have been. And for me, it's just sort of knowing that when we do have them moments when we're striving to achieve something and we've got like, oh my gosh, I want to achieve something, and you just feel like you've got hurdle after hurdle after hurdle, the poem and Spirit's reminding us that sometimes we don't know what's around the corner. And there are lessons that we learn whilst we're going through these struggles and these, as Spirit says, trudging uphill. But remember, thank you, Spirit, I just said, remember, when you get to the top of that hill, you'll have such a clearer insight. And we all know that going downhill is a lot easier than it is going uphill. And Spirit's like, well, once you get to the top of that hill, you will see, you'll have more clarity. And it's like, don't give up, because how many times have we all given up and then gone, really, if only I hadn't done that. So I hope that the poem has inspired you. Like I said, it's called Don't Quit by John Greenleaf Whittier. But anyway, so I hope you enjoyed your poem. I hope it's inspired you. And I can see lots of people coming back saying, yeah, it's really you can resonate with it. And remember what we always say with resonate, it's what feels right in your heart rather than our minds. It's we need to feel it. So it's wow. Shawnee said it's making sense. It really resonates with her. Cheryl saying yes, wise words, never give up. Absolutely. And this is why I like these poems, because sometimes they will be repetitive and sometimes the poem might be the same topic, but the words might hit somebody or understand somebody. Terry says you can't see the top of the hill yet. Keep going, girl. Right. Oh, apparently Richard's just turned around and says, because you're only 5'2". Do not shoot the messenger, please, Terry. So, and he's giggling. Richard is giggling in my ear. So, oh, Sabrina. Yeah, Sabrina. Oh, your dad read that poem. I hope that really brings back some lovely memories. It's just one of these, he just saw it and it was like screaming out to me. So I'm really glad that lots of people have been able to hear it. And Ava said she needed to hear it. So sometimes, and this is the other important thing, sometimes, which is I won't be able to get through to every single person. Spirit and your loved one understands that I'm not in a position where I could get through to every single person on here. I wish I could, but I'm also honest to know that the more you do and the longer you go, your messages get weaker, and we don't want to do that. So what your lovely family and spirit will do is they will use a poem like that to be able to get to the people, to give them support. Your also past loved ones are also very clever. When I'm making a connection with somebody, Richard, I can see Terry's been getting back to you, Richard. When I'm making a connection, if you're listening and I'm talking to somebody and you're going, but I can take the names, I can take the examples that are be given, I can take the message, dates, months, and it all feels right in our heart, not in our heads. If we stretch with our minds, it isn't there for you. Then all Spirit asks you to do is please take it away with you. If it really makes you think, oh, and you can take it, please do so, because your past loved ones are very, very clever. They know how to get through to everybody and give a message, even if you don't receive it. So that's our poem in the evening. You still got to stay now because we've got to do the mediumship part. So if you would like a message, all you need to do is comment below. You are welcome to put down who you would like to talk to. As we said, relationships, as we remember relationships as in mum, dad, nan, granddad, aunt, uncle. Your spiritual connection to your past loved ones is still there, even though they have passed. If you do want to make a direct contact with somebody, you are welcome to do that. All it just simply means is we just make sure your mediumship is really super strong. It wouldn't be super strong if it wasn't, but we just make sure you come away with that certainty. If you just want me to make a connection with anybody, you're welcome to put down emojis, wording, whatever you want to do. And again, please remember to like, share and tag a friend, because it does allow us as SPTV to grow. Right, I will now ask Richard to... Oh, my lovely people. Richard's told me I've only got 8 shares. Right, right. Okay, Mr. Richard's got on. There's only 8 shares. Come on, lovely people. We need to be in the 20s before we can do any more sharing. So please share. Let's get this sharing out there. I generally don't ask because I'm always asking, but I've got my lovely Richard going in. We need some more shares. So I need my numbers up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this energy going. Let's bring this vibe up. So, right, let's get some sharing going on. You've all been told off. No, I don't want you. Apparently Richard's now telling me, look, now Richard's telling me my internet's going wibbly wobbly, but that's also because we need to raise the energy. So nobody's on, so I don't know why my internet's going wibbly wobbly, but hopefully it will clear soon. So how are we getting on with shares, Richard? Hopefully my Richard's doing the room. Just waiting for Richard to tell me. Good evening, Stephen. Otherwise, I'll just be doing lots of good evenings. Richard. Oh, has it? Apparently, my connection's got really bad. This is not very good. I'm not on. 14. Come on, lovely ladies and gentlemen. We've got 14 shares. Come on, everybody. How many people we got viewing? Come on, I want some lovely people to share. My internet back, let's be less wobbly as well. That could be because we're waiting, spirit wants the energy to come up. I'm just checking. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much, Stacey. Right. Okay, so whilst we're waiting for our lovely numbers to increase and my internet not to be so wibbly wobbly, the lovely Richard has said, if you are a VIP in March, we are doing a free course. Is it a 4-week course, did you say, Richard? It's aha, maybe I should come along. It is a 4-week course and it is regarding mediumship development. And if you are a VIP, it is free. So it is worth looking to help come and join as a VIP and you get to learn how to do mediumship, which is always good. How are we getting on with our shares, Richard? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Richard's just checking. We want to see if we're in the 20s. Come on, please. Can we go with that? We've had 21 shares. Richard, can we go with that now, please? Right, apparently you keep losing. This is not good. If my internet's not. I can tell you, I am on full, and I don't want to leave you all. Right, how bad is it, Richard? How bad is my? It's going to be one of them days. Is my internet? Yeah. Okay, okay. I will be back in 2 minutes. Let's get this internet working. Let's get this shares rocking, and then we can go on to do an evening of mediumship, and it will be all hunky dory. Good evening. Right, apologies to every single person. Spirit's having a bit of a funny old game with me. So we have moved to a new technology. So hopefully I'm looking glamorous and we can do our connections to Spirit. Now remember, just before we was going away, you lovely people were trying to get me up to over 20 shares. So let's get that sharing going. Let's get this. And don't worry about timing. As long as Richard's fine, we will just add the time lost at the end if Richard's happy to do that, because he's obviously the boss. So, right. How are we getting on shares, everybody? Are we getting us up into the 20s? Because I do like a share. Just wait for Richard to let me know. Hello. 29, yay, we've done it, yay. So gave you all the chance to just sort of do this. So hello, lovely to see you all again. Thank you for your shares, thank you for your patience. I know we did our poem. I'm on the phone now, so I can't redo my poem, but remember our inspirational words was all about not giving up. Not giving up, look, we didn't give up here. So it's all about not giving up. Right, okay, so lovely to see you all. Right, Richard, you are going to have to help me slightly with the names because for some bizarre reason I've got a banner above it. So hello everybody. So I'm going to do some hellos. Let's raise this energy. Let's get this going and let's do our evening. So hello Samsy, lovely to see you. You're welcome back. Welcome back to me. So hello. Thank you, Richard. Richard just adjusted it. Thank you. Right, let's go. Let's go. Right, I've got somebody singing to me already in spirit. Let's do this. So hello Samsy, lovely to see you. Welcome back. Thank you everybody for sharing. Hi, and Diane, welcome back. As I guess who's back, but we're not going to do too much singing tonight. So lovely to see you. Thank you for coming on board and thank you for your patience. Right, let's do some more hellos. Let's raise our energy and let's get on with some mediumship because your past loved ones are like, let's go on with it. They don't understand technology, do they? Right, okay. Right, Richard, can we have some names so we can start getting this mediumship going and we can start bringing in some lovely messages from the spirit world? Hello, Helen. She's from Cornwall and she's new. Honestly, it's not normally like this. Hello, Stacey. Right, where are we going? Richard, I'd like to come work with Leonie, if that's okay, please, Richard. Hello, Leonie Brown. Now, what I will say is I always come back and say, is it okay for me to work with you? The reason being is I work in churches and centres all over the place. So it's just natural for me to ask. So Leonie, I know the answer is yes. But my own sake, I ask, is it okay for me to come and work with you? Which I know is the answer. Right, Leonie, as I'm connecting through, I want to recognise a gentleman in spirit. He gives me a feeling, who are you? As he's coming forward, I want to be recognising him being a dad. Now, mums and dads and nans and granddads, their energies are very, very similar. So if I am wrong with it being dad and it's not, it would be granddad, then please take granddad's love. But I know I want to recognise a fatherly figure and I want to recognise there being a lot of care around this gentleman. And he's talking to me about how this is repeating at the moment, Leonie. Either you are in a position where you are caring for another gentleman, a partner, son, brother, or whether there is you giving male support, you're giving a gentleman support. But I know I want to recognise you've been giving somebody, you gave somebody in spirit support, and you're doing the repetitive thing now here because I want to recognise support. And this gentleman is like, it's. Thank you. You're having to draw a granddad. Thank you. Okay, then it would be your positive. Yeah, you're having to draw upon strength again, is what granddad's saying. I know you gave me granddad. Thank you, because he's talking about drawing upon your strength again to help this gentleman here. And it's recognizing there's very many similar characteristics is what I'm getting here. Okay, I've got a couple of names as he's coming forward. I want to recognize the name John, and I've also got the name Tony or Anthony, but I would rather use the name Tony. Now, I also know that Tony can be a feminine name, so if I'm wrong on the gender, but I'm right on the name, please say it. Now, what I always say with names is they're either on point at this precise moment or they will filter in and make sense later down the line. They're still, Spirit and I've got to have a conversation about where they are, but I know I need to pass over these names. I also want to give you Leonie Grace. Even the name is Grace, or you can take somebody like in Amazing Grace, the song, because I just got told to tell you about Grace. But I want to, yes, my niece. Okay, thank you very much. There's the support. Brilliant. Thank you very much. But I know I want to recognise Grace, whether that's a name or somebody like in Amazing Grace, one of my favourites. Right, okay. September's been important. Now, as they're telling me, as he's telling me about September, I want to recognise that September isn't just about being a birthday party and an anniversary. September, thank you very much, he's telling me was when things start, thank you, he's talking about when things started coming unravelled, because he's making me do this with his hands. So I want to recognise that September is important as a birthday party and an anniversary, but I also want to recognise about September feeling a little bit where things became unravelled. Not for you, but for the person that you're giving support and help to. So it may well be this is where this person started to feel either opened up to you or was starting to feel a little bit unsettled. Okay, thank you very much. Where else do you want to go? Right. I also need to recognise about, he's talking about somebody's feeling quite vulnerable at the moment. Now, this may be your niece. This does feel like a young lady as well. So I do feel it's a feminine lady, but quite fiery in, it's her, okay, in her mannerism. Now, this may not be your niece, this may be another family member, very fiery in her mannerism. I'm being told, can do, I can do it. But they're talking to me about, okay, a bit up and down. Again, could well be your niece or it could be another individual. They just sort of pass through things and information. Okay, come and give me some months. October's important as well. So September's important, but October's important as well. I've just been given the 27th. Now, when I get dates, they don't necessarily correlate to the month. Oh, that's a big word. Correlate to the month that I'm talking to. They sometimes just throw in the 27th because it could be somebody's birthday, or it could be there's a birthday party and anniversary in or around the 27th. Right, okay. Your lovely granddad, as he's coming in, he's a very strong, sturdy energy with him, is how he's coming through. He's coming through quietly. So a lot of some people, if their character's down here or they came in a whoosh and they were down here like that, they'd be up there like whoosh. But he comes in very quiet. Thank you very much. He's telling me, well-measured gentleman. This was somebody that you would go, he tells me that you would go to and, right, thank you. He said me offload. And you're doing the same at the moment. There is somebody offloading upon you, is what he's just said. But he's well measured. Right, and I've just been given card games with this gentleman, but I got the word card and then I got blackjack. So either that is a card game that was played or the name Jack would have connection. Jack, Jackie, Jacqueline. But I want to pass that over to you, Leonie. Right, what's your message though? Because you've been really patient with all this IT problems. Right, okay. Right, Jackie, there's a message for you, but I need to talk about windows. Somebody needs to get their windows cleaned, or somebody has recently had talked about getting a window cleaner in or sorting their windows out, because your granddad is drawing my attention to my windows, which are clean, I will add, because I've recently cleaned them. So he's drawing my attention to the windows. So either it will be somebody around you, if it's not you, that's either talked about getting their windows clean or wanting their windows clean. And then I've just got lemon fresh. Somebody likes lemon fresh. So spring clean coming out as well. Right, okay, what is your message for your lovely granddaughter? Have faith. And he's made me do this. Things will fall into place, is what he's telling me. Things will fall into place, but he's having faith. Okay. And you don't always have to say everything you need to say. So, okay, the unspoken words are as important as spoken words, is what he's saying, because he's telling me it's about having faith, and he's putting his hand or his finger across my mouth to sort of say, sometimes the unspoken word that we do, our body language, the support we give without words, can be as important. Thank you. Excuse me. They can be as powerful. And lemon water. Thank you. There was the lemons. I'm glad that made sense. Right. Okay. And I've got to give you the name Robert as well, Leonie. So I need to give you Rob or a Robert. So I need to pass that name over to you as well. So I will say thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you. He just wants you, just really is just to have some faith, and it will all fall into place at the moment. But know that you don't, I don't know if, thank you. I'm just asking to double check before I move on. Don't fret if you don't know all the words, because I know we were talking about not the words, and I was like, right, there's more to this, isn't there? So, and he was, yes, yes. Either you worry that you're not saying the right things, or you worry that you're not saying enough. And he's like, no, the unspoken words are as important as the spoken ones, Leonie. And I hope that gives you comfort. I say thank you so much for feeding back to me. I do truly appreciate it. And thank you for allowing me to work with you. So thank you so much. And I hope that brings you comfort. So thank you very much. So as I always say, our relationship, because it's all been a bit wibbly wobbly with the internet, my usual spiel, as they say, is our communication is as important as the communication I have with your past loved ones. So all I ask you to do is feedback, yes, no, Claire, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about, or you can expand. All I just simply say is just sort of just expand on that topic, not necessarily go into any more detail. Reason being is I'm getting your message from Spirit, and I want to be able to give you the strongest message possible without you having any fear that you have given me extra information. And I'm so glad it has helped you, Leonie. Your lovely granddad just comes through as a very measured person. Right, this feels really weird doing it on my phone, but hey ho, we will work with it. Right, okay, Richard, could I ask you to bring some more names up, please, so I can go forward, please? I know I've got a lovely lady coming through as she's coming in, and I know she is a motherly figure, so I know I want to talk to her. I'm just waiting for her to go, stop. Right, there we go, thank you. Could I like to go to Diane Tolhurst, please, if that's okay? Richard, thank you, because as I come, she went, stop. So Diane told her, so I'd love to come and work with you if this is okay. I know the answer is yes, because obviously you've commented, but as I said, I always ask out of just general practice. This lovely lady, she stepped into my energy. She has got a really warm maternal energy, and the name she gave me, where it will fit somewhere along the line, I'm sure, is I need to give you Carol. Diane sort of, that was just as she was coming through and she was coming into my energy, she gave me the name Carol for you. Right, okay. Diane, as she's coming through, we're getting information more than other bits, so I will get her to give me names and dates as well in a minute. But she's talking to me about either you feel like you're in the lion's den. So either, thank you. I feel as she's coming through, she's telling me Diane's in the lion's den, but I'm there to give her help and support, and she's doing this to me. We're using a lot of hand gestures at the moment, Spirit. There's a lot of, thank you. She's telling me that if it's not you, you would be helping somebody, but she's telling me about you being in the lion's den, and there are people around you who are giving me that feeling that they're not there supporting around, and it's a little bit like, oh my days, as we would say. When is going to change, when the situation is going to change, because she keeps saying to me, Diane's in the lion's den at the moment, but you're trying to get yourself out, she said to me, but she's with you at the moment whilst you figure out your next step. She's just said, she went, I'm with my Diane, she said to me, and I'm with her while she figures out her next step. So as I say, if this doesn't directly relate to you, it will be you giving somebody else support to help you help them, because remember, our friends and family are close to us spiritually down here, as they obviously are in spirit. Okay, and yes, to my Aunt Carol, thank you very much, your lovely rubbish. You come right, okay, thank you very much. Okay, right, but I know I need to recognize this lion den. Right, also somebody is, and my mum, okay, thank you very much. I need to recognize, as much as I'm in the lion's den, somebody is a Leo. Somebody is a Leo, so we would be a birthday in the end of July, the beginning of August. So somebody is a Leo. Now I don't know where that fits in there. I just know I've just told several times, Lion and Leo. They like to throw everything at me. Right, okay. Gotta have patience. Mum wasn't the greatest at patience. She's just turned around and said, she went, she that this is coming from me, but she's talking about having patience and she's laughing. She's going, but this is coming from me. And mum is making my hands, she's using my hands a lot. So when they give me, they start imprinting their energies in my physical movements. When I recognize the hands, I know this would be important with her. So if you would have a memory of her with her hands, either she was somebody that would talk with her hands or hold her hands, because she's making me hold my hands. And this is what I say when I'm very flexible and free with my mediumship, because I know it allows them just to my grandson Leo. Excellent, thank you very much. The hands are important. Right, okay. And lavender's important for you, Diane, because she's just told me lavender. Tell her she knows about the lavender, so I know lavender's important for you. Right, somebody needs to sleep more easy. This may be you or this may be somebody else, but she's talking about lavender and they need to sleep more easy. Right. And she says, I was into all of this. So your lovely mum has, I think she tells me I was open to it all. Um, she's telling me I was aware of what was going on and I was open to it. And she's like really loving this energy, because she's like, oh, I get to talk to my daughter. I'm like, I'm really pleased. And she's just loving this energy around you and her and the way we're connecting. Right, come and give me some names. Right, okay, I need to give you the name Brian. Yeah, Brian, I've got to give you the name Brian. Thank you very much. What other names do you want to give me, my dear? Right, I need to give you the name Sally. Sally is important to you as well. It will fit somewhere along the line. Well, I always do things in threes. Threes is important, holding her hands. Okay, thank you. Threes are important to me at the moment. Right, what other name do you want to give me? I've got to give you Andrew as well, Diane. So I know I had Sally, Andrew, and I can't remember the other name. What was the other name, my lovely, you gave me? Oh, Brian. Thank you very much, Brian. Right, okay. And somebody, either yourself or somebody, has talked about looking at tarot cards or doing tarots, because they've just drawn me to my little imagery, my little mirror that's got the tarots. What? Okay. There is some clarity coming as well, because you've just told me to look at that card and I can see the moon. So there is some clarity coming for you as well. So there is a feeling with this whole being in a lion's den, there will be a way out. Okay, give me some months. April's important, birthday, party and anniversary. She also wants to recognize the month of May. If May's not a name, but May's important, birthday, party and anniversary. And June would be important as well. So we've got April, May and June. If they're, I know May and June could well be names as well. Oh, that's why lavender's so important. Oh, thank you very much, Diane, for feeding back. I do appreciate it. And you put lavender on my window today. And my Uncle Brian. Get excited. You get used to me, honestly, with my excitement. This is tame for me at the moment. Right, okay. And somebody, Sally was my mum's ex-neighbour. Okay, thank you very much, Diane. And somebody is getting ready for a spring clean, because where's that song come from? What is it? I know what the film. Oh, right. All I keep hearing, I think it was, I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair. I'm going to wash my, and all I keep thinking is Calamity Jane as well. So, but I can't remember the actress who plays Calamity Jane. I'm not even going to sort of drag in it, but pardon, who's that, Richard? He's now trying. I'm going to turn my thing up for you. Doris Day! Doris Day! It's Doris Day. So I don't know where Doris Day fits in. It is Doris Day. This is when we get everybody to help us, Richard. And I want to recognise, because I just got screamed at, Doris Day. So somebody, I don't know if that's Doris Day is Calamity Jane. I don't know. I can just see her with blonde hair, but I know I've just been shouted at from Spirit Doris Day before I beat Richard to it. So either somebody has definitely spring cleaning, Diane. I know I want to recognise somebody is ready for a good spring clean there, and somebody loved either Calamity Jane or Doris Day, because I know I want to recognise them. But I always say is hold the names as well for you, Diane. She just screamed at me, Doris Day. I was like, okay. Okay. Anything else? We've got the excitement of that. It's just because I'm not on my earphones, as you can see, so I can't hear Richard as clearly as I would normally do. Right, okay. Anything else? Diane, June's my sister. Excellent, thank you. Diane, chin up, my dear. And she just come in and just went, chin up, my dear. Okay, and she's giving me headaches across here. So I need to recognise Eva used to listen to that music like, okay, thank you very much, thank you. I've got a headache going on here. I know I want to tell you chin up girl, that's what I want to say. But the girl is, as she says, it gives me a terms of endearment. So although I say chin up girl, I want to just recognise chin up girl. There is this migraine, she just wants to take that away. She wants to lift that away from you. It's sort of okay, but chin up. Is there anything else? And I need to recognise Daisy. Either the name Daisy is important, or daisies as a flower would have remembrance, because you're talking to me about daisies, and either the name's important or the flower. But she's just sort of saying, just tell her chin up, girl. And this situation about being in the lion's den, they're with you and they'll help you navigate your way out of it, or help you support that person. There is light at the end of the tunnel. And with that, Diana, I shall say thank you so much for allowing me to work with you. I do truly appreciate it. And thank you so much for feeding back to me. It does help so much when we are having our two-way communication. So I'll say thank you very much, Diane. And I hope that message has given you love, comfort and upliftment. So thank you very much. And I hope the headache's clear. Right, okay, so we will now go for another reading, if that's okay. Richard, if you could just bring up some names, please, as I'm coming through. Right, where are we going? Right, where are we going? I know I want to go. Right. Okay. I can see there's a good old chinwag going on in over at YouTube. I'm going to one day. I love it how there's a good old conversation happening. Right, okay, where are we going? Right, Kerry Setchell, I'd love to come and work with you if that's okay. And like I said, I know the answer is yes because you're coming, but I want to come with you, and you love lavender. The reason I wanted to come with you, I haven't figured out who I'm chatting to just yet, which is why all of a sudden I can hear the somebody likes, who is it? Somebody likes Cinderella, and all I'm singing is lavender blue, dilly dally, lavender green. And it's some, and I'm not going to carry on because I never know the full lyrics to this one. But it is the tune is from Cinderella, but not the cartoon, the more recent one. But as I was doing it, I was getting the song Lavender to come through. Lavender was coming back, but I wanted to use the song. So somebody here loves Cinderella, loves everything about Cinderella. Okay, thank you. And as I'm doing I'll find out who I'm chatting to in 2 seconds. They haven't really made themselves known who I'm talking to. I also want to talk about communications. I've got blue as well. So lavender and lavender blue is important for you, Kerry. Either that would be your favourite colour, or whether blue would have a meaning of communication. But I know I've got to recognise blue. Right, okay. Who are you? Kerry, I've got a lady in spirit. She doesn't give me any mum nan vibes. This is a lady. She's coming into my energy. She's giving me tingly legs. Well, that's great, lovely. Come and talk to me who you are. There's this lady, and she's either your aunt or she would be somebody of the same generation. I can't at the moment grasp her relationship, her connection to you. And I'm sorry I'm looking away. It's just sometimes I find if I look away rather than look at myself in the camera, I can see clearly. Right, okay. I need to recognise, you're going to have to bear with me, Kerry. I need to recognise the importance of being on my right side, because as she's stepping into my energy, she's giving me my right leg tingly and my right arm tingly. This lady, there is a lot of love for you. There's a lot of affection for you. She's coming through in her energy, but I don't want to call her mum or nan. So this would be a lady that would have a caring life to you. She feels older than you. She's got something to do with her left side, whether that was because she had No, right side, thank you, Spirit. A stroke for you, Kelly. Okay, I want to give you the name Kimberly, because I've just been told, although I'm calling you Kerry instead of Kelly. Thank you. Sorry, I do apologise. I'm calling you Kelly instead of Kerry. Sorry. But I know the fact that I have repeated Kelly, I need to recognise that. And I need to recognise Kimberly. Could be my aunt. This lady has a wicked sense of humour. And there is something around about tunas, Kerry. I don't know why I'm getting tuna, but I asked for obscure stuff because it's the obscure stuff that will give you your link and give us our link, because she's talking to me about tuna. But I don't like tuna, so that doesn't really help me. But I know I've got to recognise tuna. So don't worry about the names. But I know I needed to recognise the importance of K, because we had yourself, Kelly and Kimberly. So I know I've got the K name to pass over. Right, okay, come closer to me. Right. She's talking to me about, she's not, right, come on. Right, okay, we'll do it this way. Sometimes it works better if I acknowledge how they are, and then sometimes that bridges that connection, because I can feel her, she's there, she's making herself known to me, she's making herself known to you, she's giving me bits and bobs, but she is a little bit standoffish. And what I mean by that is, as she's coming into my energy, she's there, but she's not really like, hello, here I am. So her energy is more of a quiet demeanor. Don't know about tuna, neither do I. Just hold a tuna for the moment, Kerry, because you may well find that somebody asked for a tuna sandwich. Don't worry, they're the obscure bits that you can hold. But she's now making me put my arms down. So this is somebody, your only aunt, but somebody here as well suffers with the cold, because I'm feeling really cold now. So she's making me feel cold. I want to cross my arms. So this isn't a lady that isn't affectionate, but she is making me feel that she was somebody that would assess situations first before she jumped in. Once she got to know you, I'm getting that feeling that she's telling me she'd be your friend. Is what she just said. I'll be her friend. But she needed to get to know you. Right, okay. And I've got really cold hands as well. So my fingers feel like I'm getting really cold. So this is somebody here that suffers with a cold, but she would suffer the cold as well. Okay, right, give me some months and give me some names. Okay, I need to give you the name Julia for you, Kerry. So I know I can hear a J, Julia. Give me another name. I need to recognise a name that starts with S. It sounded more like Simon, Simone, or Simon, but I want to recognise a name that starts with S. It sounds masculine, and it sounded like Simon as she's coming through. I also, Kerry, want to give you the name Peter. So we had Julie, Simon, and Peter. The names will fit in somewhere along the line if they don't fit on point now. Here. Okay, come and give me some months. February is important. Birthday, party, and anniversary. So she tells me February is important. Okay, what other month do you want to give me? May is important for you as well, Kerry. Birthday, party, and anniversary. What other month? And I want to go all the way till October is important. Birthday, party, and anniversary. Okay, so there your 3 months. Like I said, I always do things in free. So she's just passing it over to you. Right. Somebody's very headstrong at the moment, Kerry. So if you can come back and tell me yay, nay, that makes sense, doesn't make sense, that does help for our connection to go. Because at the moment, all I've got is you don't know about tuna, which is fair enough, because at the moment I'm not too sure what they're talking. Right, okay. But she's talking about somebody's being really headstrong. Don't worry about the names, that's fine. Somebody's being really headstrong at the moment, or either you need to be more headstrong. I keep seeing changes around you, changes of career or changes of it would be a job, career is jobs, changes around you, but I want to sort of change a career, but I'm also thinking about changing of the home. So that somebody around you is either yourself needs to get themselves sort of more focused, is what she's telling me, of where I want to go. I want to recognize about being need to be a bit more headstrong and sort of go for it. This is it. Thank you. She's telling me this person sort of, and this if it's not you, but she's telling me about dilly-dallying a little bit. Okay, yeah, she's talking to me about dilly-dallying. Somebody needs to get themselves in their mind frame, sort of
go forward. And they're being a bit dilly-dally at the moment, and I need to be headstrong. Okay, because it's dilly-dallying. I'm in an ahhing, shall I, shan't I? And she's like, no, they need to get headstrong and make the decision. You've already made the decisions, apparently. I mean, she's already made the decisions. It's actually now putting it into motion. So she's coming in here just to sort of give you that little gentle push to sort of say, time to be headstrong and get things into motion. You've already made your decisions, is what she said. You already know what you want to do. Okay. You can't keep waiting for more information, she said. What you've got is what you've got. She said to me, you're waiting for more information. Thank you. There is a certainty of what you want to do, she's telling me, but it's like, shall I do more or shall I wait? Should I get more information? She's like, you've got enough information for the moment to make a decision. To start, is what she's just said. Okay. And somebody is very creative, because she's giving me imageries of colouring in, and I'm recognising drawing. So she's recognizing that somebody is very, very creative. This may be you, or it may, and I'll give it to you, Kerry, because I've had it 3 times now. I've got to recognize daffodils, yellow and daffodils, because it came in, it went out, it came in, and it went out, and it's coming again as well. So she's just talking to me. She's come in, like I said, she's assessed me more than anything else. So she'd be somebody that was that way inclined to jump into things. She said, it's time for you to be headstrong. Stop dilly-dallying. You know what you want to do. Go forward. And with that, Kerry, I shall say thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you. Right. Okay, so shall we now do another one, Richard, or are we going to move to the adverts? Okie dokie. Well, what we'll do is everyone will move to adverts and then see if I can switch on, because I've got a good bit of charge on my phone. Switch on to the earphones so I can feel, because I'm missing Richard. I need Richard back in my ears. I need my digital spirit, guys. So we'll just move over to an advert very, very quickly. You get to see what's coming on in the forthcoming days, and I can put my earphones because I'm missing Richard. Don't tell him too much. I'm very glad you enjoyed it, Kerry. Thank you very much.
Spiritual Psychics TV is hosting our annual recognition of achievements, acknowledging those who dedicate their lives through spiritual acts of kindness. Candidates can register and put themselves forward to be acknowledged. Viewers can also nominate who they feel should be recognized for an achievement. Exclusively broadcasted live on SPTV, with 100% of the public votes being announced, on Saturday the 27th of May from 7:30 p.m. For more information, please visit awards.spiritualpsychicstv.online. Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together. My Spiritual Designs, ethical creativity for spiritual people. myspiritualdesigns.com. A new service offering graphic and website designs, along with video animations for those who serve spirit in their own way. We can create promotional videos with voiceovers and music, and custom-made apps. There are no monthly or yearly fees. No off-the-shelf solutions, all personalized to match your own unique vision. Our website deals offer your very own online events, service booking system which accepts PayPal and Stripe payments, a contact form, gallery, and video player. Our website deals starts from as little as £150 up to only £210. For more details, please visit myspiritualdesigns.com. We all love our fur babies. Join Jessica May for an evening of animal communication from 8 p.m.
Hello, everybody. So Richard, you was just telling me. So tomorrow on the adverts, you saw that there was Jessica as a
It's now moved to Ashley's going to be on tomorrow. So you get to see Ashley again. So yes, tomorrow's show is with the lovely Ashley, not as originally advertised, which is Jessica. Right, okay, so as we said, as much as we were a little bit wibbly wobbly with the internet, even we have wibbly wobbly moments, we will continue on and do some more messages. Right, so, and Rich is back because he's back in my ear. I feel safe. He's like my comfort blanket. Don't tell him. Right, hello Fiona, let's do some hellos. Let's raise this energy up again. Remember, like, share and comment, and make sure you click the notification button so you get to know about Ashley coming on. Hello Stacey, lovely to meet you. Stacey. Okay, we've got a few Stacey. So Stacey Marie, lovely to see you. And hello, Jennifer Lee. I'm loving all the doves and the hearts. Right. Okay. Hello, Rita. Lovely to see you and meet you. Stop. Right. Paula Scott, Geordie, I'd like to come and work with you if that's okay. And you're new as well. So I'd love to come work with you if that's okay. I know the answer is yes because you've asked. So, but it's always I just do it. Right, okay. Hello, Paula. Right, the first thing as I was going to stop. Oh, okay, right, I've got to come in. I've got a lady. She's coming in. She's got a really strong sense of right and wrong, and somebody loved the Spice Girls once upon a time, because this is a memory, because as I said stop, I got stop right now. Thank you very much. So I know somebody loved that song and the Spice Girls. But she's coming in. She's really, really strong with her energy. She does feel like mum. If she's not mum, she would be nan, but you wouldn't mess with her because she's got a very right and wrong. And I want to put my hand on my hip. So this is a lady that's like, right, I'm here. Hello, let's have a chat. So this is the first thing this lovely lady's coming through. So Paula, I will ask his mum in spirit. If not, it would be Nan. But we will go through with some more information. Right, okay. Paula, I also need to give you the name Joe, Joseph or Josephine, or Josie, because I want to give you the name Joe. It feels more feminine than masculine. However, we all know when it's names like that, they can bounce between either or. So I want to give you Josephine, Joey. Right, okay. Come through there now. Right. I've got to recognise a beehive haircut, Paula. I don't know why she wants to put this, unless somebody is really into looking after bees or really likes honey, because all of a sudden I've got an imagery and my hair is in a beehive. So this can be two meanings for you, Paula, but I want to recognise a beehive. So there will be a photo of somebody that's in spirit now that was here that had a beehive hairstyle, and they loved it because I'm being told I looked amazing. So yeah, it's a lady in spirit. I also want to be remembered for my youth, because all of a sudden as well, Paula, she's presented me with red nails. Now it may not be red colour nails that you would remember, it's just something for me to see. So this lady, she's coming through with a lot of energy. I know I want to recognise a beehive hairstyle at some point, very well put together, nails really look nice, and she said, I want them to remember that as me. Not, thank you, Simi, not the frail old lady I became, Paula. So does this make sense to you? I'll allow you to comment back whilst I carry on, but I always check in as we have our two-way communications, because if this makes sense to you. Right, come and give me some names. We've done names. What do we want? Now, Paula, green's really important for you. Oh, it's her, because unless the surname Green's important, because she's just turned around as I was saying names and I'm thinking of Mum, she went no, and then she gave me green. So some green would be important, either green, the colour, as important for you. Somebody's had their nan, okie dokie, thank you. Somebody likes green, or they've had their talked about having their something being decorated, if not the surname Green, because she just went to me, green's really important. Green's very relevant now. Apparently, green's very important now. So if it's not you, it'll be something for you to hold, and then somebody will say to you, oh, I'm going to decorate. I'm thinking about green, and you can go, aha, my nan told me about that. Right, okay. Right, okay, well, she's making me roll my sleeves up now. So we've gone from me being really cold to being really, really warm because she's just rolled my sleeves up. Right, she has got favourite colour eggs. She's got a real twinkle in her eye. She's making me feel like, and she makes me smile. Her energy is so infectious, and this is why I try just to be relaxed with them, because she's coming in and she's really a force of nature. And I'm looking at your profile picture, and it's like, I won't say you're a mirror image, but she's chuckling because she's like, I do that. So, and she wants to be recognized as in, because she wants to be recognized as the here and now. So there is this very much that she is remembered, she is still here. And I know I'm looking at you, but she's laughing because she's like, smile and eyes is definitely a female family trait, is what she's saying, because I'm smiling at you and I feel she's telling me that's just like me. Okay, right. January, are you going to help me? That'd be lovely. Right, this is new because she's just told me it and it's a new thing. January would be important. Now, normally I go anniversary, birthday passing, birthday passing or anniversary. But she went to me January and then she went anniversary. So if she's going to start doing that, Spirit can start doing that. All of your loved ones can start doing that one, because she just went January anniversary. So I'm going to give it to you exactly, but give me a backup. If it's not, it'll be a birthday or a passing. But she said to me January and anniversary. Okay, I'm liking this. Come through and tell me something else. November's important. Why is November? Birthday. November's a birthday. Okay. Your nan would help because she's helping me and she's just coming in differently with her energy. So January's an anniversary. November's a birthday. Give me another month then. And September's a birthday, apparently. So January anniversary, September's a birthday, November's a birthday. So she's passed these over. Like I said, that is very new for them to be that directive, but your loved ones like to train me live. So, okay, thank you very much. She's also drawing me to my necklace. Now, as much as my necklace is a rose quartz crystal necklace, it's not the crystals that I want to recognize, Paula. I want to recognize a memory of somebody having a long necklace. Now, at the end, I can see a different type of pendant, but she's given me a memory of somebody having a necklace, a long necklace. You'd remember her with a long necklace. Okay, right. Paula, I've asked what her message is for you, and she said you've had to say what needed to be said, and that's okay. Okay, you've had to be very forthright. She said to me, she just said she's had to channel a little bit of me through you. So she's talking to me about the fact that you have had to be forthright and you've had to be firm with what's needed to be said. And it's like you've channeled your nan, and she's laughing her head off at me. She's so funny. She said to me, but you needed to be said, and that's okay. And she's coming in to reassure you that's okay. I can't say that because no other person was being fully honest. She added another word in there, but she's just saying others around you wasn't really being honest regarding this situation that's around. And it's you had to say, but others were not being, they weren't being honest about it, or they knew what should have been done, but they weren't saying it. Because I mean, they weren't really truly being honest. Okay. And somebody here absolutely loves fish and chips, or has to have fish and chips on a Friday, because she gave me Pisces and I was like, we're really using different things. And I asked her, do you mean Pisces as in a birthday? And she went, no, fish and chips, because she said to me Pisces. Now when I get Pisces, I'm giving it to you exactly how it is, because sometimes that will mean the name of a fish and chip shop. See, that's why I give you everything. But she's just saying to me, no, it was fish and chips. So somebody here is adamant they lack of fish and chips. Fish and chips, traditional fish and chips is what she's telling me. So she's talking about fish and chips. Oh, and somebody loved Battenberg, because all of a sudden she just told me about Battenberg was important as a memory, because she's just given me Battenberg cake. Little things that don't necessarily make sense, or they just seem, why would it make relevant? But they're the things that make you smile, and then you go, oh yeah, I know what she's talking about. They're little memories that you can take away, little gems of information. Ah, yes, okay. And then as I said gems, she then produced me the ice gems. So somebody liked ice gems, biscuit sweets, because she's just passed that over. Again, anything like that, cakes, the Battenberg, vision chips, if they don't make sense now, hold it, because there'll be somebody around you that will make it clear that it is. Right, okay. And your nan's come in and she's ready to go now. And she comes in, she's done what she needed to say for you. Yes, the fish and chip, done what she needed to say for you. And now she's like, I'm time to go now. But she said, don't feel bad. It was you had to say because others wouldn't. Thank you. And it's encouraged an open conversation that needed to be had and will continue to be had. And that's okay. And that's what she's come into. She said to me, and you do smell cigarette smell. That isn't that somebody around you in spirit smoked or smokes, because they're still in spirit. And there is a sense to it. There are moments when you thought you smelled a cigarette smell. Please note that that was a family member around you to me, because yes, she said to me she did smell cigarette smoke. So Paula, you did. So just to give you another little bit of a reassurance. And with that, your nanny is now leaving me. She's like, I've done what I need to do. Off I go. Busy woman, apparently. She said, I'm a busy woman. I've got other things to do and I've got other things off to do. And she just walked out the door. So I'm like, bye. So Paula, thank you so much. I like to describe their characters as well, because they're the little bits that you'll come back and go, oh yeah, my mum was like that. And I just hope it's brightened your day and just given you that reassurance you needed. And I just say thank you so much. She was so funny. She's a character. And say thank you very much for allowing me to work with you. Okay, let's go for another person, if that's okay. Richard, please. Thank you very much. That's all right, don't worry. I'm not worried about it. It's nice to have you back. Right, where are we going? Oh, you're very welcome, Paula. I'm really glad you enjoyed it, especially as a new follower as well. Right, where am I going? I'm going to stop. No, go back to Natasha, please. Right, Natasha, I'd love to come and work with you if it's okay. However, I'd also want to say, Shelley, who was on YouTube, I think it was. Shelley, I'd like you to just listen for this. Because I don't know why at this precise moment I've got spirit holding my chest back, and I will work with Natasha, but Shelley, I'll ask you, Shelley, I think it was Shelley Stewart, I think it was. Shelley, I'd ask you if you could stay on the line, as they say, and listen out, please. The reason being is that I know I want to come to Natasha, but Shelley, you was just before Natasha on my comments, and I got screamed at for you as well, Shelley. So I'm going to work with Natasha, but I want Shelley to listen as well. Shelley Stewart to listen. Thank you, Shelley. Just to listen. I may well come back to you afterwards. It's just that I've got them, and even Rich was like, right, Natasha, I need to recognise this person first before I do anything else. And Shelley, again, Shelley Stewart, if you can hold and listen as well. So sorry, Richard, you might have to bounce between the two. I do apologise. I don't know where I'm going just yet. I need to hold my chest. Somebody in spirit feels like a gentleman, either had heart trouble or had struggled to breathe, or had, I'm struggling, I'm like, my chest is really tight, and I'll let him keep doing it for the moment. I want to hold my breath, and I need to recognize here. So this is either this gentleman in spirit passed of something to do with his breathing and he couldn't take his last breath, or whether his chest was compressed because I just feel really, really tight. So this will help me know where I'm going as well. I'm going to ask him to take that off. Oh, thank you very much. Very rarely do they do that to me because I don't like that. But Natasha, can you take a gentleman, or Shelley, can you take a gentleman? He feels like a father. If he's not a father, he would be granddad, who had chest pains or chest problems. I know I feel like I had compression or pressure on my chest. So it would either be a heart, but it felt more like I was struggling to breathe. So I will ask straight away, does either of you make sense to that you can make a connection of a gentleman in spirit that had chest? Okay, so maybe Natasha said her granddad died of a clot on the heart. Okay. I just feel like compression at the moment. I'm still going to work with you, Natasha, but it may well be that's where it may fit with Shelley. This is where we just got to sort of, don't want to bounce. I don't like bouncing, but I know I want to recognise this. Right, okay. I've got to recognise teeth. Somebody had missing teeth that never got sorted out. This is him in spirit. So this would give me another validation of where I'm going. He's got had his teeth sorted out, but I've got teeth that never got sorted out. So I need to recognize teeth. Okay, right. I knew I was gonna. So broken ribs before he died. My dad maybe. Okay, I've got chest compression. So what I'm gonna do, right? We're gonna. Okay, thank you, Richard. Richard's going to make Richard work now. Right, okay. This gentleman, I know I've got both of them here. So what I'm going to do is, sirs, gentlemen, if you can just step back for a minute, can I work with Natasha's granddad? And then Shelley, I will ask your dad to come through afterwards. They're both coming in together, which generally means that you two must have some similarities along the way. They've generally been very good by not giving me double links. Right. I know I need to recognise teeth, and then we'll go from there because I just keep seeing a missing tooth. So I need to recognise teeth that was not sorted out. No, not teeth. Okie dokie. Right. So I'll stick with Natasha, then go to Shelley Stewart afterwards. Right. Okay, Natasha. Right. As your granddad's coming through, I also want to recognise my hair. Something with my hair. What are you talking about me with my hair? Right, okay. Somebody made a joke or used to either tap him on his head, because I'm being told about having a bit of a slap head, as we would say. Somebody that's not got as much hair as he used to, but they would either tap him on his head. Okay, Lisa, I did have an R about you as well. So this sounds like my hubby too. Heart attack, lost a front tooth just before he passed. Okay, Lisa, this makes sense. This may make sense to you. We're not having treble links. We've done that before. Right. Okay. All three of you are now got to listen. And Natasha, if I get to a point that you can't take the teeth, you can't take the lack of hair, and we'll do one more thing. If I'm not can't make them, then what make that next connection with you, I will still ask your loved ones to come forward to give you a message, because sometimes we just need to hear a message. Right, Teeth, right, give me a name. Frank. One of you lovely people will be able to take the name Frank, because I've just been told Frank's important as well. And then we will whittle down where we're going. So Frank's important as well. Right, let's get Natasha's message whilst we're connecting with this one. I knew it was going to happen. Right, Natasha, it's okay to start feeling settled, is what I'm being told. It's okay to start feeling settled. Right, okay. You have done, apparently this person in spirit, this gentleman in spirit, granddad is telling me, you have done a lot of reorganizing or moving things to make yourself feel settled, and it's okay to feel settled now. All right, it's okay to breathe. We had the breathing before with the chest. Thank you, sir. Okay, it's okay to breathe a sigh of relief. Thank you, because he tells me you've been uphill, you've gone uphill, but I can see him as he's telling me that you've needed to get lots of things sorted out in order to get you settled. And it's okay to feel settled now, is what he's telling me. He wants to come in to reassure you. Thank you. You can't Yes, thank you very much, Natasha. That makes sense. Thank you. He's telling you, oh bless him, you can't anticipate everything around the corner. You have to be in the here and now and not worry so much what's going to happen around the corner. So he's just coming in here, and I know we've got the other ladies as well with their families in here. I wanted him to make sure, I knew I wanted to give you a message. It was 100%. Okay. And Natasha, there's one for you, because he's turned around and said, even when you break an egg, you can make an omelette from it. And it's the same phrase he's given me. When life throws you lemons, you can make lemonade, or in my case, make a gin and lemonade. He's coming through just to reassure you that it's okay to be okay for the moment, and don't worry too much about the future. I've got a helicopter now flying over my head. And he's just coming just to give you that reassurance to say it's okay. And you can still make an omelette from a broken egg. And I know that's a bit of a weird message for you. I know it's not fully mediumship, but I hope it gives you the reassurance, because I knew I had to give you a message. It was important. So I hope it just gives you that reassurance. Come and give me one more thing for her. Right. I know we had the Frank, but I've got to give you Fred as well, Natasha. Give me a month. October's important. Birthday, passing, anniversary, and give me a date. The 17th is important for you, Natasha. Birthday, passing, anniversary in or around the 17th. So it may be correlating to October, but he told me October's important, and the 17th in or around would be important. And with that, Natasha, I'll just say thank you so much for allowing me to work with you and your patients. And I hope that messages just give you a little bit of kind of feeling, and just say thank you so much for allowing me to work with you. Okay. Right, let's go to Shelley and Lisa, because I know I want to work with Lisa as well. So Shelley, I'd love to come and work with you. I know you said you could take I knew I'm in the body part, and I knew that I've got compression upon me. So this is what he's making me feel like. Right, okay. He's also, is your lovely gentleman comes through, Dad comes through. I've got to recognise shoulder. No to Frank. Don't worry. Frank will fit somewhere in there. We've got 3 links and 3 people in spirit, and 17th my birthday. Oh, there, brilliant. So that's the 17th bit as well. Yay! I knew it all filters in somewhere along the line. Right. I've got to remember, somebody's got broad shoulders. So Dad had broad shoulders, because I'm all of a sudden my shoulders are feeling a lot wider. Do you know what I mean? Okay. And absolutely loves music. And I need to give you, all of a sudden, I don't know who it is. I'm sure it's, I do. Give me I need to give you the name David, because the reason why I want to give you the name David is because as I've got the broad shoulders, all of a sudden I want to see like Elton John. No, it's not. No, David Bowie with the big shoulder blades. So somebody like, the name David would be important, but I know I want to recognise music is important for you, Shelley. I want to recognise David Bowie. I also want to recognise Elton John would be important as well. So again, the names David, Elton or John, because as I've learned when I was on here, that the singers can be important by their names. Right. I can hear him singing a song, and it's an Elton John song, which is why I had it. A candle in the wind for you, Shelley. I need to recognise a candle in the wind. Now, if the song doesn't make sense to you, bearing in mind we're working with 3 lots of spirits all around me, I know I want to give you a candle in the wind is important. If the song doesn't make sense now, Shelley, for you, then I'll ask you to please hold it, because that song will become important down the line, and it may well connect to Lisa as well. This is how you all kind of link in with each other. Right, I also need to give you the name Andrew, Andy or Andrew. I need to pass over to you as well, Shelley. Right, okay. Shelley, He keeps giving me cards with you. Okay, thank you. For the moment, you just need to deal with the cards that are being, was Dad and I loved him. Ah, yes, my dad and I loved him. Brilliant, thank you. You just need to work with the cards that are being dealt with you at the moment, is what he's telling me. Thank you. He was a primer. Thank you very much. He's talking to me. It's not a full. He must have loved playing cards or liked cards, because he's talking to me about the hand that's been dealt with. So there's three things, because I keep seeing three cards. So there is three things at the moment, or there is a situation where there's three things that are not working out, because three is important for you, Eve, and it's not a number three. And he's telling me she's having to deal with the cards that are being dealt with, but that's not the full hand. There's more information to be coming with you. He's using cards as an analogy for me. So there is a situation around you that you can only manage at the moment. There's an importance to three. Either that means that there's three topics that need to be resolved, or there is three things that are contributing to this, or there's three people. Three is important because he keeps talking to me about three, but he's telling you that there are another two cards to come, and then you'll have your full house. Really card analogies? It's important for you. So Shelley, I'm giving you the cards because I know that's important, but the issue there, okay, I love cards, I'm learning cards, and I hate life, and I'll be right. Yes, love the cards, and I'm learning cards. Right. So with the three, that would make sense then, Shelley. With the three, I'm going to ask the question, when you're learning cards, is it the fact that you are doing life, past, present, and future? Because all three cards are really important, but I want to add another two cards to make five cards. So three is important, five is important, five cards. And I'm going to ask you that question because it is tittering in my mind. And I kept seeing three cards. And when I see three cards in tarot, it generally means for me past, present, and future. So I don't know if they're the things you've been working on. Right. There's more to come for you, Shelley. There is. I'm glad that makes sense. I'm glad he pushed it. He pushed it home, definitely. There's more cards to come. And then you'll have a full house. Thank you, sir. And he's telling me that Rummy was his favourite game. Because I went 5 cards, and he went, well, on Rummy you play with 7. So Rummy would be, yes, 3 things. Thank you. I'm glad that makes sense. Your dad has used, he's really, really forceful. So thank you for working with me and bearing with me. Rummy, unless he liked to rum, he just went Rummy, because I went 5 cards. He went, well, Rummy plays 7 cards. So yes, I'm really good, past, present, and future. Okay, so that's the importance for you with the cards and the 3. Okay, thank you very much. You've got more information to come. Don't worry about it. Then you'll get your full house. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. And he's just sort of said, don't get worked up too much in the detail. Go with what you've got at the moment for you. Rummy with money. Oh, Dad, you're a cheeky one. He's laughing. Yes. So yes, so you've got a lot of learning, but Spirit is, your lovely dad is sort of saying, don't worry about all the detail, just work with what you've got. And I'm glad it makes sense. And this is when I kick myself, because at the very beginning, it's too late now, because obviously we've said it before. At the very, very beginning, I got the word tarot cards, but as I've only just recently done a tarot workshop, I was thinking, hang on here, is this Spirit or is this me? So this is why you get everything, because the minute I don't, I kick myself. This will be a tip that I give everybody, give them everything you've got. But just, Shelley, just know that you're growing and you're learning, and you are on a learning journey, and your dad is keeping an eye on you, and just say, I shall allow him, you and him and his cards, just gently move to one side and say, thank you so much for allowing me to work with you. Right, I'm going to come, Richard, if you're okay. I'd like to come to Lisa now, because she was my third person, and I know I wanted to acknowledge Lisa as well. Okay. It was Lisa Wilkinson. Yes. Thank you. And thank you, Shelley, for allowing me to work with you. Yes. Yes. And I know a lot of you will be commenting saying you can take these things. I do acknowledge, and Facebook, we are acknowledging all your comments as well. So we do see you as a whole spiritual community, so you're not being ignored, my lovely. Right, oh, lovely. Right, Lisa. So Lisa's on YouTube. She says, this sounds like my hubby too. Heart attack, lost a tooth before he passed. And thank you. And Lisa said she's happy for me to work with you. Right, Lisa. Okay, thank you very much, Lisa. I'd love to come and work with you. Right, the teeth was important. You may well be able to take the names. I know we had the Frank and we had the Fred, but we're not worrying about names because, as I always, well, the Essex says another term, but we're on point. Right, okay. But I know I wanted to get these teeth. I think the teeth didn't get sorted out. So I know I wanted, and it was a front tooth. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Just recapping on that. Right, come on in. Right. Okay. Sorry. Right. I'm sorry. He's just coming through. Do you know what he's doing to me, Lisa? He's having a laugh with me. I can see somebody loves darts, whether it's him or somebody else, because I can see Bully from the old darts game that used to be back in the late 80s, early 90s. And I want, come on down. So he's laughing at me as he's doing these things. So he's coming down. He's making his way down here because he's walking in. But I know I've got to recognise darts, Bully, darts. I know that's important. Right. Okay. Now I'm going to give you, because I've got the imagery, I've got to give you the name Bruce because I saw Bruce Forsyth. So I've got Bruce Forsyth. I'm not saying I've got Bruce Forsyth with me. I don't know if he's passed or not. But anyway, but I know I've got to give you darts and I've got to give you Bully and then Bully the Ball. And I know I've got to give you a joke. Your husband is a joker because he's making me laugh as he's coming through. And it's like, come on down. And either the name Bruce or somebody loved Bruce Forsyth because I know I've got like the generation game going on in my mind. Right, okay, he's met. Right, love the darts. Excellent. I just kept seeing Bully the cow. Loads of you are going to think, oh my gosh, who's that? Yes, exactly. Which you just started doing. It just shows my age. I'm just so glad I am a 80s, 90s baby. Richard's claiming he saw the repeats. No, I was watching it on TV. Right, okay. Right, somebody absolutely loves game shows because now all of a sudden, and I need to give you the name Richard. I know I've got Richard with me here, but I want to give you the name Lisa Richard as well because all of a sudden I'm seeing the Crystal Maze. So, and I was, we were in proper roles. So this gentleman, either you or somebody loved the late 90s era. And I've got to give you the name Richard as well. You could have Richard, a producer, but I think we'd all get in trouble if we gave Richard away. But because he's coming in and he's laughing. I've got my Richard laughing. Right, but he's not doing science. Right, okay. Now, as he's coming through, somebody has talked about getting a wind chime or even he moaned about a wind chime because I've got a beautiful witchy wind chime that my friend gave me that's in my sunroom so it doesn't get any wind. But he's talking to me about either somebody has wanted or liked the wind chimes or then ones where they got the mirrors and they all reflect light because he's talking about reflecting light. Okay, I need to tell you, Lisa, he didn't like the hospital smell because as I was saying that, he then takes me to rainbows, which is ever since we've obviously done COVID and we now do, I always think they give me rainbows as the NHS and he's telling me he hated hospital smells. So I want to recognise these things. And as I said, they throw things in here just to give you little snippets for you to go, oh God, yes, yes. He hated hospital smell. I don't think anybody likes that smell, but I need to recognise he didn't like hospitals, didn't like hospital smells. Okay, thank you. he's talking to me about how okay, so he's coming in more serious for you, Lisa, because he loved wind chimes. Oh, I'm glad you like. I'm glad. Thank you. But he's coming in more serious because he says to me, okay, all right. Let me find the right way to put that then. He passed in the way he wanted to be remembered. He hated hospitals, okay. He passed the way he wanted people to remember him. Okay, he hated the thought, and please, you can tell me if this is wrong, but this is what he's telling me. I've got to close my eyes, sorry, because and I work in a hospital too. Oh, you're my angel then. He hated the thought of not being him when he passed, because I want to recognize he was glad he passed as him. So there is this importance that it was important to him to pass as who he is then, not what he would become. Because he keeps telling me I didn't want to become, that I didn't want to die and be remembered for the way I passed. So I need to recognize it's important to remember him how he was. The easiest way I can describe it is, obviously, a lot of us, when we get older, we get frail, and he didn't want that. He would want people to remember him for his bright energy, is what he's telling me, not how he became or become. I hope that makes sense. He's very direct with his information, and I'm conscious that this is a digital platform, so very, very much aware how we deliver our messages. But the important thing is to remember that he went as who he was. That's important. Thank you very much. Right, okay, come and give me a name then. I need to give you the name David. I know we had David as well, but Lisa, I need to pass over the name David to you. Okay, I know I had the name Richard for you as well. He tells me that April's important, a birthday party and an anniversary for you, Lisa. Okay, I want to go, I'm bouncing between the 16th and 18th, so that would be important. Okay, you understand that. Thank you very much, Lisa. The 16th, he keeps bouncing between the 16th and the 18th, so I don't know whether things happened between the 16th and the 18th, or something happened between two dates within a 2-day thing. He said if I die today, he'll be oh, bless him. Something happened between 2 dates as well. 2 dates. Now it's the 16th and 18th, so I don't know. Okay, what you're talking about? Yeah, David's uncle. Okay, thank you. His passing, there was an indication before he passed, there was something, either a trigger or something that you, looking back now, you would have gone, there is an importance between 2 dates. I need to recognize, because it's important. But he's like, it's not important, but it is for a mediumship connection. But he's like, it isn't important. Now, like I said, I got the 16th and 18th, and he passed the 17th. Okay, thank you very much. Right, thank you. But the ping pong in between these 2 dates is like, it's important for now as we communicate, but not important in the general scheme of things. Okay. Right. And I've got headaches with him and headaches with you, because I've got a lot of tension going on in my mind as well. So I need to recognize headaches for him, but headaches for you, or you're helping somebody that's suffering with headaches. We met our granddad for the first time the day he died. Okay, thank you. Oh, so sorry, my lovely. Okay. I've also got to give you the name Tommy for you, Lisa. Lisa, Tommy Thompson, Thomas, Tommy. I've got Tommy for you, but it's that type of sing-songy name for you. How was his message? He went, sometimes our messages from our past loved ones aren't the most monumental thing. Sometimes it is just a hello. You suffer migraines. Okay, my lovely. He's come in and just gone, all right, girl. He's just said to me, I've just come in to go, all right, girl. Okay. And could you wash there's something that you're not washing or you won't get rid of, because he's like, can she sort that out, please? Because he said, I've popped in to say, all right, girl, as in, hello, here I am. You all right? So I want to do, you all right? So that type of, that's what we, in our, like down in, for us in Essex, in the world, you don't even say, how are you? You just go, all right. So that, for my terms, is a short, hi, how are you? And there is something that you're holding. Okay, not a problem with Tommy. Just hold it. It may well be just it's the name of the bottle. I don't know. He just gave me Tommy. I know he's just popped in to say, all right, girl. And can you either get rid of or wash something? There is something that needs to be sorted out. It's either thrown out or washed. So I don't know if there's an article of his clothing that you've still got, and it's like that really needs sorting out, because he's laughing his head off. And I've got for you, I don't know where it fits in. All I keep seeing is checkered. I don't know whether he means checkered is in you've got a top that his is like a lumberjack type of checkered. It's like lumberjack, and it's, I keep flitting between red, like red checkered lumberjack jacket, and then I keep flitting to a green and a yellow. So I don't know whether he liked red and somebody likes green and yellow, but I keep seeing green and yellow, and somebody needs to go to the opticians as well. He's just telling, he's just throwing loads of bits and bobs in for you, Lisa. But I am going to close your connection. Thank you for your patience. I do appreciate it. Thank you to everybody else who's been able to sort of take bits that's come through as well. And I'll just say, Lisa, I hope him just popping in to say hello just brightens your day, and just say thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you. And like I say to everybody, his clothing, thank you. Like I say to everybody, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, if you come away from this evening and you can feel, you felt their messages and it resonates with you, please, please, please take it away with you, because your past loved ones don't step away from you. They'll make themselves known, and they're very clever. They will bring things into resonate for you, so you can come away feeling uplifted and know that they're with you. And with that, I shall say thank you very much, Lisa, for allowing me to work with you and for you all. And thank you for your patience for all the IT. You're very welcome, Lisa. Oh yeah, Richard told me I better let me know who I am. Right, I forget all them bits. I just come on here. Right, okay. So you have got me for a little bit longer. I'm on SPTV fortnightly on Thursday, so you'll see me in a couple of weeks' time. If, however, you liked my mediumship, you like the style, whatever, you just want to come and be nosy, then you are welcome to pop over to my page. I am, as the show's called, Heavenly Sprinkles. I know Richard is whichever side it is. It's on screen. I'm going to go like this way. It'll be on one of these sides. It is on screen. You can pop over and find me at Heavenly Sprinkles there. I'm on there generally alternating between here, and I am going to start doing a bit more. I haven't done a lot on there, but I am on there, and I offer free readings if I'm not on here. I'll be on my page as well. And I'll just say, I hope you all have a smashing week ahead. Look after yourselves. Remember, please please click on the notifications buttons, whether you're on me as Heavenly Sprinkles. Well, you've got to do both now. You've got to come over to Heavenly Sprinkles and here. And if, remember also, very rarely do I say it, because it's just not my mannerism, but it's important. If you have had a reading with me or any other medium that you have watched on the show or anything like that, please pop a review on SPTV's page if you have seen us there, because it helps us. Please pop a review on. It helps everybody. You know what your selfies it's like. Let's be honest. You go on Check a Trade Out, or you go on a Facebook page or whatever, and you look at the comments, how good. So if you have enjoyed this show or any of the shows, or you just enjoy the delivery of SPTV, we would love and appreciate for you to put a review down, just to show how much, and it helps us stay current and let everybody else to know what we're all about. And with that, I'm going to shut up now, basically, because you've probably had enough of me. And I'm pretty sure Rich is getting bored of my own voice as well. So have a lovely, smashing week. Look out for Ashley tomorrow, because he is now on tomorrow. And I will see you in a fortnight's time if I don't see you on my own page. And I shall say cheery bye, look after yourselves, and have a smashing weekend ahead. Take care.